Hello? Okay, yeah, sorry, I have to wait for the audio to start working. So this is kind of a continuation. I just finished up week 6, so let's go to week 7. So welcome back from week 7. From week 6. This is now week 7. So click on week 7 if you haven't already done so, which I assume you have since you're watching the video. And again, this video will be replaced. Now, I've done the peer review guidelines. Again, this is peer review questions. I just looked at those last week. Again, so this week, one of the big things that you're going to do is go through and provide your peers, at least one peer, with 5 pieces of constructive criticism, meaning 5 things that you want them to change about their essay that would make their essay better. And you might find that when you're reading this essay, you can't quite figure out, well, what are some things that I could suggest, because I just have no idea. I can't figure out anything that's really bad. Ask yourself these questions, and then eventually you'll come to a question where maybe you have your answer isn't necessarily a good one. So for instance, does the thesis adequately predict the paper's plan of development? So I'm still a little sick. I record all my videos kind of at the same time, so whenever it makes it look like I'm sick for like 3 weeks at a time. But no, I'm only sick 1 week, hopefully. I just record the videos in advance. So does this thesis adequately predict the paper's plan of development? Look through the paragraph. So if you look at the thesis, of course, first, and if the thesis says, oh, this paper is going to be about gun laws, gun legislation, and you look through some of the paragraphs, and it starts talking about maybe problems with death tolls in certain states. Well, make sure that everything kind of explicitly relates back to the thesis. And so you might look at that and say, well, there's a paragraph here that doesn't quite look like it's fits in with the thesis. So that can kind of fit in here too. Does the thesis adequately predict the paper's plan of development? Yes, but in paragraph 7, not so much. It could be a little bit better or something like that. And then kind of talk about, if you were the author, how would you go about making those changes? So if you suggest paragraph 7 doesn't quite fit in with your thesis, here's what I would do to make it better. So that's kind of a big part of the feedback process, is if you have feedback, make sure you also talk about how you can make it better. How would you approach this piece of constructive criticism if it was your essay? So again, looks like, so if you're in the future, ignore these dates. If you're past 2017, ignore those dates, because these dates aren't going to apply to you. And since I'm hoping to recycle these videos, it looks like so that would be a Wednesday. So if by Wednesday of this week, of week 7, you don't have, you should submit 5 pieces of constructive criticism. And then once you've submitted your essay, which was last week, and then this week you've gone back in and you've provided someone with 5 pieces of constructive criticism, 5 things that need to be changed about their essay to make the essay better, then you kind of wait and you wait for someone to reply to your essay. Now, if you don't actually have anybody reply to your essay by, say, Thursday time frame, let me know, because everybody needs some feedback. Because this week, at the end of the week, on Sunday night at midnight, your final draft is due. And so if you don't have any feedback, then it's really difficult to make a final draft from your rough draft. It's really difficult to change your rough draft into a final draft if you don't have any feedback. So anyways, if you don't receive any feedback from anybody by Wednesday, let me know. By Wednesday, Thursday, I probably wait until Thursday morning to see if anybody does it, because a lot of times people do it like midnight. So if you go to bed at like 8, well, you may wake up the next morning and find that someone's giving you some feedback. So anyways, wait until Thursday morning, check that. If you don't have anything by Thursday morning, let me know, and I'll get you some kind of feedback. But anyways, that's week 7. So at the end of this week, your writing project 2 is done. Congratulations. Hopefully you're not late, right? All right, well, have a good week.